It's not too often that an opportunity comes along that puts you in the right place at the right time with the right product. But that's exactly where you find yourself as you discover the power of LifeWave technology and the opportunity it represents for you. Our mission? To share products with the world that enhance the health, wellness, beauty, and longevity of every person we encounter. If that resonates with you, take a moment and imagine. Have you heard about the billions being spent in the race to cash in on the promise of stem cells? We're told the possibilities in the future for improving our health and wellness using stem cell science from Big Pharma are huge. But what if the future was now? What if you could be perfectly positioned to take advantage of the stem cell revolution today? Partnering with an established company with proven technology, using a business distribution system that puts you in the driver's seat now. Too good to be true? Absolutely not.
It's what the world wants. We don't want drugs. We don't want injections. We don't want surgery.
I've never seen anything like this in 21 years of being a doctor, anything coming close to doing what this technology does for people.
This is a pivotal moment in alternative medicine and in the future of technology and healing and helping people.
Stem cells are the future. As a wellness company, we needed to be part of the stem cell revolution. And with X39, that's exactly what's happened.
That's David Schmidt, LifeWave's founder, CEO, and inventor of X39, his latest breakthrough in what is wearable, virtually weightless technology.
I'm now 50 years old and I feel like 30 years.
In 2 days, X39, my knee pain was really gone.
It's a really fun thing to share with people because everybody is amazed by it.
What does X39 do? It harnesses light to elevate a copper peptide proven to activate stem cells.
We're bringing regenerative science to everyone, and we're doing it safely and inexpensively and with extraordinary benefits. So this is why we have such an advantage in the marketplace and what makes our opportunity for our business builders so enormous.
This is cutting-edge science with no competition that's safe, affordable, non-invasive, and drug-free. We have an X39 video that tells you all about the science, so be sure to watch it. But with over 80 clinical studies behind it and multiple worldwide patents protecting it, the science is settled.
It's a game changer.
There is absolutely no competition.
You're not going to be able to find this in any other different company.
So where do you come in? Our distribution model is network marketing, an industry that approaches $200 billion a year in sales worldwide. People telling people about products and building teams of team builders that accelerate that word of mouth. It's big business, and LifeWave is growing fast within it.
It's very unusual that you would have cutting-edge science make its way into network marketing. But as it turns out, because our products produce immediate effects, immediate benefits, sharing the product face-to-face makes it the ideal way to share the technology.
The only thing you have to do is go out and share it with people. That's it.
You don't have to be a medical doctor like me. Everybody can do this.
You try the patch and you love it.
The reaction that people give us is like, wow.
With warehouses now in multiple countries and the capability to manufacture millions of units per month already in place, LifeWave is ready for you. Just think about who you know and all the people they know that would like more energy without the buzz, to reduce or eliminate pain, to sleep better, all without drugs, to look and feel younger without risky procedures. The list of benefits using our products is long. The market's vast. Are you starting to get the idea here? You're on the threshold of something significant. I mean, think about it. This is an opportunity with global reach where there's help and support alongside you every step of the way, and it's all fueled by a science that has no competition. As a member, you have an incredible array of marketing support, training, and business services that allow you to focus on what's important, spreading the word about LifeWave and helping us expand.
The growth in the future is going to be fast because of X39.
Once you learn about the X39 and you see what it's doing for people, for me, I feel like it's an obligation to share it.
Today, more and more people are really looking for solutions for a better lifestyle.
Everybody wants to look younger, everybody needs more sleep, wants to have more energy, wants to get rid of pain.
And LifeWave is fun because you're making a difference in people's lives. It's not a little difference, it's a big difference.
LifeWave gave my children their mother back.
When you're able to move someone's health as much as we can with LifeWave, see what change that make into people's life, that's amazing. It is. You can literally change someone's life. And I love that.
So there you have it. Look, whatever you want, however high your goals, however big your dreams, it's all possible with LifeWave. So be sure to get back to the person who suggested you watch this video and get started today. Try X39 or one of our other fantastic products so you can learn for yourself what all the excitement is about when it comes to LifeWave. Whatever you do though, be sure to get started today because the clock is ticking. The time is now. You don't want to miss out. We're building LifeWave to $1 billion company. Let's do it together.
My dream was to be a professional motocross racer from age probably 10, 11 years old. I basically practiced every single day after school, and my dad brought me to the races 35, 40 weekends a year for 11 straight years. And so that set the tone for my life in the sense of that's what I want to do. When I was 17, had an accident on my motocross bike and was out practicing, hit a rock in some grass and it sent me flying. I landed straight down on my head and instantaneously lost feeling. So you can imagine, all of a sudden, the universe has other plans and you adjust. The first time I got in a racing wheelchair, it was the first time that I felt free. The first time was just blissful. It was the first time that I forgot about my accident. I forgot about what I couldn't do. I started remembering what I could do and who I was. And all of a sudden, I was lit up. After my accident, the first thing I did was set a goal to finish a marathon. And then fast forward 10 years and I did almost 30 marathons. And shortly after doing my first triathlon, I realized I wanted to do an Ironman. And shortly after that, I made it my goal to win Ironman. It's 140 miles, 2.4 mile swim in the ocean, 112 mile bike in the lava fields, and a 26.2 mile marathon. And this takes about 12 hours to complete. Fast forward 8 years, heartbreak, failure, ups and downs, roller coasters, and I get to the Ironman World Championships, and I win. I'm not interested in being a disabled person. I'm interested in doing something that's big on this planet. And for me, it was, how do I get the best for myself? And for me, it just was athletics and sports was the vehicle. And so ever since then, it's just, how do I be my best? I first discovered LifeWave because I had pulled my shoulder cross-country skiing. So as a wheelchair athlete, cross-country skiing is just arms. So you can imagine just arms, no core abs, no back, and a freak accident. First time I'd had an injury in 29 years. And an acquaintance from Facebook reaches out because they see my post on social media saying I had injured my shoulder. Like, I've got something I think that may help. Fast forward a week and a half, I get these patches in the mail that are the size of a quarter. I stick it on my arm. I wake up the next morning. All of a sudden, I wake up, I've got less soreness in my shoulder. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's half gone after 10 hours of sleep. This is amazing. Blew me away. Fast forward 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm putting those things on every day. And I'm getting the same results every day. Why did I spend $25,000 on stem cells injections where I could be getting, I don't know, the same results with a fraction of the cost? And it's so easy, no prescription, and it's safe. Healing, recovery, bone health, soft tissue injuries. I'm just using all mobility. I'm doing an Ironman that's 140 miles long that takes me 11 hours. I got to take care of my body. So having a product like LifeWave makes so much sense to me because first of all, there's no chemicals I'm putting in my body, so it's all natural. And knowing that it's making me better while I'm sleeping, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's your mindset that's gonna make you succeed or not. Every day when you wake up, you can choose to have any attitude you want. And so that same mindset is the reason why I use LifeWave. It's the reason why I push myself. You're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble. With the right mindset, with the right attitude, there's nothing you can't do. Taking that attitude in life not only makes you feel good, it makes the people around you feel better. And then all of a sudden, the world is better. Such a cool way to live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Super Wednesday. Yes, this is another session of Super Wednesday again. Now, before we begin, as usual, let me remind you, our session will take about an hour or so, right? Give and take. So please extend your fullest cooperation. Mute your microphones so that you do not disrupt the amazing sharing session that we're going to have tonight. And or the presenters. Yeah. So my name is Alfred, and I will be your host for tonight. Now, a little bit about myself. I grew up in Penang and currently stay in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I was an employee in the corporate world for 23 years, and my last designation was as a GM for Dabi, for an international heavy machine company, right? For those of you who know my story, I have a small family comprising of my wife, Christine, as well as my Lamborghini and Ferrari, which is my son and my daughter. You know, it means nowadays, children, you need to use a lot of money, right? So I would like to wish everybody very happy New Year 2024. And I'm super excited all of you are here. Now, why am I excited? I'm excited because of the amazing sharing. We're going to have 3 amazing sharers tonight. Okay, only a sharing. Yeah, this is not a lecture, not a test. This is us coming here to share and speak our hearts out. Now, here's what I know about you. You can actually be somewhere else. You can actually be watching TV, go out shopping, go out to pasar malam, go out dinner, spend time with your family, your kids, your relative, your friends, or do anything else. But you choose to be here. I am so proud of you for you to making it here. Yeah. So tonight, as I mentioned just now, we have 3 amazing entrepreneurs who will actually share their knowledge and journey with us in LifeWave. And when I say amazing, I really mean it. Yeah. So what is so special about these 3 sharers? One, we have 1 beautiful lady and 2 gentlemen tonight. Okay. They are the living proof that the distance between you and everything you want is a correct platform and the amount of action you take. Okay. And after you listening to their sharing, you will understand why they said yes and why it has paid off for them financially and health-wise. So you may also take notes if you like. Yeah. So without any further ado, let me get this out of the way first. I need to tell you all this disclaimer. So this is LifeWave's disclaimer. Yeah. Let me get it out of the way for everyone. LifeWave's products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product, use the product, diet, or fitness program. Yeah. So now, with with that out of the way, let me bring on our first sharer for tonight. He's a handsome gentleman, okay, and he recently retired in April of 2023. Wow, fresh out of the oven. Yeah. So he was previously a manager in the chemical trading company for the last 18 years. You see, people of this generation, I mean, my generation, will work 20 over years, 18 years in a company. Yeah. So I just recently got to know he sell luxury cars. He was with Volvo cars in his 20s. Wow, very familiar with cars. Okay. So he also had, not also had, he has 3 amazing children, 2 boys and a girl. Wow, so clever, huh? Okay. And he started using LifeWave patches beginning of April 2023. So, ladies and gentlemen, please type 111 into the chat box to help me welcome Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Alfred, for the introduction. I'd like to thank the platform here for inviting me to share a little bit of my journey in LifeWave. Okay, I started using LifeWave product sometime early April this year. Not because I chose to use it, but because I was introduced to it, right? And as what you have mentioned earlier, Alfred, as I was approaching so-called retirement age, so my wife said, "Hey, when you retire, got nothing else to do, so better find something to do." So then I said, "What do you want me to do?" So she said, "Why don't you try this patch and see how it works for you?" So I looked at the patch. She showed it to me. I said, "What can this little patch do for me?" I at that time I don't have much of an issue of any major health challenges. I hardly go to hospital. I hardly go to clinic. So she said, "Just try it out and see. If you don't like it, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. We can just return the product." So on that basis, I just we try. I put the patch on. Day after day, 1 day, 2 day pass, 1 week pass, 1 month pass. Without realizing it, 1.5 month pass. And what was interesting is before I started using, she insisted taking a big photo of me. Then after about 1.5 months, my wife's friend who introduced us the patches said, "Look, please take a photo of your husband." So she said, "Hey, I better take a photo before I forget." So she took a photo of my after 1.5 months. So later I'll show the picture of the so-called the transition of using the patch after 1.5 months. So as I use it, there's some slight challenges that I had, which it helps me to overcome. Can you share? Just a minute, I share the screen. Okay, this was the health challenges that I had. I had basically low blood pressure. When I went to when I was younger, when I was in Volvo car in my 20s, I did what they call blood donation. That time they entertained me, make me lie on the bed, and I was basically how to say it, very slow in delivering the blood into the bag. My neighbor, there was 2 beds. I was on 1 bed. The neighboring bed, 3 fellas had left. I was still pumping into the bag. By the 4th guy finished, then only I managed to fill up the bag. So my low blood pressure was quite bad. The second time I wanted to do what do you call this blood donation. When the nurse took my pressure, she invited the doctor to check on me again. The doctor straight away after looking at the test said, "Sorry, Mr. Wong, we had to reject you. You are not qualified because of your low blood." Right? And I have this loud snoring, which my wife has been complaining over the years. And the other part was occasionally have night urination, sometimes one time, sometimes 2 times in the night. But after using the patches, after about 2 months, you know, the snoring reduces significantly. My night urination issue also lessened, sometimes zero. So sleep throughout the night. And overall, from the picture, you can see the complexion. I was so surprised when I saw this comparison. I myself was taken aback. I said, "Hey, can this little patch do so much for me?" You know. So from then on, I make it a point to use it every day without fail, day and night. You know. So basically, that's how the patches has worked for me and has benefited me. And also indirectly, thanks to the patches and the confidence that I have, I started sharing with some friends and relatives. And by sharing this, basically, the patches that I have paid for is actually FOC because, you know, from the bonuses that are derived from sharing, it actually paid for all the patches that I'm using now. So basically, that's how it is for me. Right.
Wow. Okay. Amazing, huh? Okay, Mr. Wong, I have a few questions for you.
Yes,
Now,
you're
we
right.
can see very clearly your before and after photos. All the railway lines are gone, right? So congratulations, yeah. I'm sure you're very, very happy with that. I do not know whether the wife is getting worried or not. You get more and more handsome. You are having age reversal. Okay, now my question for you is, how did you discover LifeWave product?
Like I mentioned earlier, it was not my discovery of LifeWave product. It was pushed to me by my wife because she insisted that I use it. So that because in my retirement I have nothing to do, so she said you better look for something to do. Maybe try the patches first. If it's good, then use it. You know, to pass the time. Otherwise, she worried that I have nothing to do. Then I go and be a road sweeper or something like that, road inspector or something else. You know, basically that.
Okay, so what other solutions have you been considering or have you been trying out besides our product to, address your health challenges like low blood pressure, your loud snoring, your night urination? What other solutions have you considered using?
For low blood pressure, not so much. But for snoring, I have actually gone online to make purchases of different gadgets. To try to put on to pinch the nose or to bite on when I sleep. Basically, but hardly helps much. But it is amazing that LifeWave patches is able to do more than just reduce the snore. Giving me, of course, a better complexion and nicer looking skin, less, like you said, less railway lines and whatnot. And previously, my wife doesn't show my picture to anybody, man. Yeah, so now she very proud to go and send my picture to all the friends.
Okay. So besides your visible changes on
Yes.
your face and all,
Mhm.
what are the first signs? What are the first signs of changes or improvements that you have seen for yourself after using the LifeWave patches?
For me, the first month, nothing much, maybe because of my low blood issue. So, because I've heard some other testimonies, some of them within a week, they already see some changes. But after the first month, the snoring, my wife tell me the snoring seems to be not so loud, so there is some reduction. Then the second month was more visible. The night urination is what do you call has so-called subside quite a lot, right? Yeah, so that actually is my how the patches has helped me. Yeah.
Okay, so that is after 1.5 months, right? So
yeah, around that.
before that, you were, what are the first signs?
First sign, not
Like,
so
for
much.
example,
Because
you-
for me, like I said, I don't have much health issue, so I
Mhm.
don't really actually look in do the comparison before that, so don't really see much things. Yeah.
I mean, let's say your digestion, was it better? You know, you sleep better, or your skin complexion, I mean, very visible, or your hair growth.
Hair growth is another story. The hair growth, the effect of the hair growth was much later. It's actually about probably 4 to 5 months later. You know, so the earlier time, like I said, you know, the previous testimony, people have able to grow more hair, but for me, my hair was I go barber every 3 months, so because the growth is very slow. But recently, after about 5 months, 6 months, then I find, how come the volume of hair and the speed of the hair growth is now more? That means the volume has increased. Now I go to barber around 2 months one time instead of 3 months.
I see.
Right.
So, one last question for you, Mr. Wong.
Yes.
How would you feel? Let's just say, how would you feel if you could no longer use our product? How would you feel?
Oh, I would be very sad lah. Then I will be looking to my old self back again.
Okay. So thank you very much for your sharing,
Right,
Mr. Wong.
thank you for the time that thank you for the opportunity to share my short journey.
okay.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations on the results that you have got. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so next we have I will bring on the only rose among all the thorns tonight. Wow. Okay, so this next person, I have known her for only a few months, but she seemed to be a very helpful lady. I mean, she is a very helpful lady, and she is very friendly. And from the first day I met her until now, there are definitely changes. The first change that I actually realized is when I first met her, she looked like our Sultan of Perak. Okay? The hair is all white color, right? But now I see she has black hair. My goodness, amazing. Okay? So without any further ado, let me bring on the next person. Okay? This person has some sort of experience in network marketing previously. Okay? And all the while, I would say she is in sales. Now, I do not know whether this is a coincidence or not. She was previously also from the automotive industry, okay? And she was selling Volkswagen, a German car, okay? So now she is actually a brand partner in LifeWave, okay? And before I go any further, I have to tell everyone here, she is the wife of Mr. Wong, okay? And her name is Patricia. Let's type 222 to help welcome Patricia.
Thank you, Alfred. Thank you, Alfred. What a good and interesting intro. Yeah, it's true what he says about my white hair. Earlier on, when most of y'all know me, I had actually more white hair. But yeah, if you want to see, look at my black hair. I have more black hair now. Look, frankly, I actually miss my white hair. Okay, but all my friends was asking me, please go and dye your hair. I said, no, I'm not gonna dye. This is my original. I don't even dye my hair white. This is all original. But the thing is, look at this. This is amazing. Amazing. Like what Dr. Roy says, amazing. The transformation. Front and back. Okay? Right. So ladies, don't worry. Don't dye your hair anymore, because when you dye your hair, you're going to kill all your brain cells. Okay? So preserve it and make yourself much more healthier. And enjoy the gray, right? Okay. So what do you want to know? Yes, I knew about this product was very interesting. I knew this product at least more than 2 or 3 years, at least, by a brand partner. Thank you, brand partner Verlene. She's the one who brought me in, or rather, she actually she's very persistent. She's followed up with me 2-3 years ago, and that's how I know the product. I was in another MLM company, multi-level marketing. I'm also very into stem cells. The stem cells I was in is more on supplements. And yeah, it works in a sense. It does not say it doesn't work, it works, but it takes slow. And I have to consume it. But I'm looking for new technology that it jives with the current situation that we need. Looking forward, and it's also easier to promote or even talk to friends. And as Alfred says, yes, I like to share. I like to talk to people. So I start sharing. So that's how I embark into LifeWave. Yeah. And okay, to sum up also, I'm going to show you my testimonial right after my husband. I also vouched for it. His snoring was very bad before using the patches. But now I have a beautiful sleep. But unfortunately, times goes on. What happened is on December 14, I had a sprain right in front of the Oakland office, and everybody saw me doing the matrix fall, slow and easy, and like an earthquake. All the guys, what embarrassment! But yeah, and the good thing is everybody was there to help me and start asking me to put the patches. What I did is actually patch Aeon to reduce the swelling and carnosine for the tissue and muscle repair, especially the nerve. On the December 18, you look at the swelling, actually reduces a lot. And December 18, if I'm not mistaken, we also have expo and trainings. I was walking without any pain. This is sprained ankle. Sprained ankle, I remember I asked all the guys, yeah, have you kena sprained ankle? Yeah. Long time ago when I was playing football, sure kena sprained ankle. Then what happened? Very pain, and then at the same time swelling. But I showed them, look, this is what happened. Only 4 days, I can walk around already. I was like superhero telling everybody, you see, I am already 50 plus, and you're telling me when you're young that time you're having, and you have to recovery, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or some of them 1 month. Well, I was amazed because the recovery is so fast for a person like me. So don't worry, ladies, men, with the product, it actually helps a lot in reducing the swelling, right? And I also want to share another testimonial. My dad, 82 years old man, very glory. Yes, I know. Some of them say, why you want to show all this picture? But I need to show because he had a fall and he hurt his head, and he got a gash there, and he need 6 stitches altogether. Okay, and the doctor was scolding me for not telling him. Why didn't tell the doctor or tell him that he's on blood thinning? You see the next picture. After putting the gauze and everything, still bleeding. All right, that's where I start patching the carnosine. Lo and behold, on the December 10, there's a day that he had to remove the stitches. And you notice there's also the black color one, which is the dead skin. The nurses were saying, wow, so easy to take out the dead skin. And after taking out these stitches, you look at how amazed the whole thing. I was amazed. 10 days, it looks so good. It's just a little bit neat, and it's dry. And it's still on the blood thinning. Blood thinning means the blood is still going on. But the thing is, wow, so clean. Wow, so dry. Wow. For 82 years old man with high blood pressure, on cholesterol, all right? He fell down, hit his head, and then you look at this, all the journey, I took the picture one by one until the day they took out the stitches. So rapid healing on the wound, dry and clean. Amazing. Truly amazing. This picture is, or this testimony is fantastic. And I saw my dad again. It's like nothing on his head now. I didn't take the latest picture, but just you can see but it's nothing, no swelling. Superb. That is the best testimony that I have for my dad. Yeah. So back to you, Alfred.
Wow, thank you so much. But then, okay, my question to you, my first question to you, besides carnosine, anything was your father on anything else besides carnosine?
I add him with the X39. I didn't put on the Aeon because I'm not staying with him. And a little bit lah, I also naughty lah. I didn't really put everything every day lah, but I diligently look at him. The carnosine actually helps to reduce the blood circulation. I mean the blood to flow so much. And I add on the X39 in betweens now and then. It's truly amazing. So it's without any drugs, without any any Panadols or painkiller or even information. That's it. It's clear. Amazing, right?
So besides this wound healing, you said he was on X39.
Yeah. And
did it help his high cholesterol and high blood pressure?
Again, I wish I have my parents who wants to listen to me. I forced myself to put the pressures on him. So it's not easy. I gone through. So yes, some of us brand partners, not easy to convince elderly people. They still prefer the drugs. Well, it's okay, but this is good enough to show the difference. And there's some confidence on my mother now, thinking of putting on the patches for her leg, the at least the knee pains and all those things. So yeah, so hopefully it can convince her to put on the patches. Elderly people is very hard to change the habit. Yeah, basically that.
Very good, amazing. So what do you think of our product, Patricia?
No brainer. No brainer. Okay, small patch can do wonderful thing. Wow. And it's like bringing the sunlight to you, even though you are inside the house, not even outside.
Okay.
I want to thank the CEO, the founder, and also the inventor, Mr. David Smith. He is a genius. He's like I call it true saver, I don't know, but he's genius, that's all.
I see. Okay. So my last question for you,
Yes.
what are the, second last lah, huh? What are the first improvements that you have seen for yourself after using LifeWave patches?
Oh, okay. I'm going to give you a few two scenarios what happened. For myself on my skin, there's improvements. I use less foundation now, and my skin is much more smoother. I don't have the pictures. When we take pictures, the men will come and say, "Aya, you do the beautify." So okay, never mind. But I have few ladies friends who say, "Hey, your skin looks better now." And I noticed last time you used to be very, the face sagging and all those things wow, lift up leh. What do you use? Do you use any collagen I say no, I only use the product, this one only. So this is one I see. Second thing is I love energy enhancer. Energy enhancer actually helps me in such a way. I had one episode of heat stroke. I was so weak. I didn't want to use any patches that time. I was just introduced. And the next thing is when my senior brand partner, Verlene, mentioned, hey, go and use the energy enhancer to get some energy. Oh, okay. I put on the energy. I got energy to walk around. Earlier on, I couldn't walk because it's I'm so weak. I didn't have any food intake. I couldn't eat at all. I only drink water and drink some juices to get my energy, but it's still not enough. But the energy was superb. It actually helps me to walk properly. That's one. Second thing, episode when I use energy enhancer when I'm traveling outstation, coming back from long distance from Penang to KL, in the evening after all my episode, I'm working around in Penang. In the evening, 5 o'clock, coming back to KL on Sunday. The longer you use or you patch on, putting the patch of the energy enhancer, actually, tell frankly, is superb. It actually gives you more energy. Your clarity and your alertness was beautiful. You know, I was zigzagging away, taking people's car and all those things. And Sunday coming back is very jam. I even stopped by to my friend's place, drop her off. I mean, I was using her car actually. So she slept through and she asked me in between, you want to change? It's okay, it's okay. Wow, I tell you, the concentration is beautiful. Driving with confidence. That's one thing. Because I love to drive fast. So this is a few moments that I actually love using the patches. Yeah.
Okay, Patricia, before I let you go off, one last question from Ong Yok Kim. Where did you patch the EE?
Left and right of your shoulder. The white is on your right. The left is the 10. Okay? As simple as that. Follow the protocol. Follow what Jinlong says. If you want to use the X39 and Aeon at night, X39 at the back. X39 in the morning, Aeon at night. That's the easiest. No brainer. Don't think about it because this is the easiest to learn, easiest to tell everybody also. No need to learn about where the TCM want to put, and please don't waste your time. This is the easiest. That's why this is the easiest product to promote also.
Okay. And I think we leave the questions to later. All of you can deposit the questions here. Thank you so much, Patricia.
Thank you, Alfred.
Don't go yet. We will actually have to answer all the questions collectively because some of the questions will be directed to you all individually, directly. Okay, so, jeng jeng jeng. Okay, now I will need to bring on one of this amazing brand partner. The first time I met him was over a coffee session in BNI. Okay, he visited a BNI chapter. I still remember him and I got shocked when I walked into LifeWave office and I saw him sitting there. Okay, so now this next person is a frequent flyer to Australia. Okay, I think he has his lovely family over there, a well-traveled person. And when I got his introduction script, I got a shock of my life. Okay, he is basically trained as a medical detailer in early 1980s. That means he would have been working for the pharmaceutical companies, just like my brother. Okay, my brother is a registered nurse, but this person is trained as a medical detailer in the early 1980s. And despite his MNC experience, I would say this gentleman is really, really, really humble. Okay, he's very, very helpful. And I got guidebook, from him. And previously, his jobs required him to visit doctors and pharmacists, okay, both in the hospital and private practitioners. Okay, he was responsible to promote pharmaceutical products. That means he was a drug pusher, in other words, previously, okay? Then later on, he decided to do his own business where he started an advertising company in the early 1990s until he decided to, because he has made so much money, he decided to call it quits in 2021. Okay, and he has been enjoying life with his lovely and also humble wife, right? And please help me welcome him by typing 333 into the chat box. Please welcome Mr. Samson Lee.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Well, thank you, Alfred, for having me here and giving me such glamorous introduction. Yeah, actually, how should I put it this way? You see, I was trained as a medical detailer. I think in a way it's very similar how doctors were trained. Okay, of course, doctors train much more than us. We only train about human anatomy, and then we learn up how the pharmaceutical products get absorbed into the body, what pathway does it goes, and then what is the active serum level need to be achieved, and what kind of dosing. And then with all the little knowledge that we have, and we go and see medical doctors. I still remember in my early days, I went to university hospitals, which is a teaching hospitals. So we have a cardiovascular drugs supposed to take care of arrhythmia. Arrhythmia is actually an irregular beat of our heart due to some heart disease. And I still remember seeing the professor, a young man at that time was about 20 years old. And well, I don't know how I did it. So I just took out the brochure, talked to him, and then show him the supporting clinical studies, because doctors are one person who are very cautious. So what they will normally, because they were trained to diagnose, okay, with any disease, and then they were trained to prescribe medication according to their diagnosis. So it's more like, if I want to put it, it's like, it's a habit, okay? If they find that there's a certain infections, we call it the upper respiratory infection, and then his prescribing habit is to prescribe, let's say, ampicillin. So he will continue to prescribe ampicillin, even though we have a new types of antibiotic that comes in. It's very difficult to get them to prescribe a new pharmaceutical products. So with that training, and then that was I was with the pharmaceutical industry for about, I think, 12, 13 years before I started my advertising company. So, okay, let's share how I get involved with LifeWave technology. I think about 3 years back, my very good friend, Ronald, he came to me one day and said that, hey, Samson, I have a new technology. I think you should try. I said, what's that? What is it for? I know, because he knows that I have a congenital problem. Okay, something wrong with my hearing. I lost my hearing, or rather, I actually suffer from early degeneration of my hearing nerve. By the age of 20 plus, I start losing my hearing capacity. And so I actually went to the ENT specialist and do a checkup and everything. And then in the end, he says that I actually have this problem, which he says, I still remember very clearly, is actually a premature aging of the auditory nerve. So I have to use a hearing aids. And Ronald knows that I have this problem for many, many years. So when he came and said that, hey, you got to try this because this is stem cell activation. Now remember, I was trained as a medical detailer, because anything to improve a person's condition has to be taken in, all right? So that whatever it is, whether it's a drugs or it's a supplement, our body need to absorb, and then the body will make use of whatever the absorptions is able to do to improve the situation. So when they say that this one can help, obviously I was very, very skeptical. And, but anyway, I tried for 1 week. And then I told him, Ronald, sorry to inform you that the patches doesn't help me at all. So I stopped using it. And 1 year later, end of 2021, he came again. He says, Samson, after 1 year, I have seen so many improvement in condition whereby doctor says it is there's no cure. Like for example, people who has undergone open brain surgery, you know, and then the patient was in coma for I think for quite some time, and then doctor says that he can't do anything for the patient, and only time, or depends on how well that the patient's fighting spirit is. So when they patch this patient with LifeWave patches, she woke up, I think, the second day. And Ron also told me that he got a friend who suffered from a stroke and was unable to eat and has tried many other treatment and it was unable to help. And after patching X39, he improved and be able to feed on himself, and then later he can even speak to people and move around. So see, being a very close friend of mine, so even though I was skeptical, so I say, okay, maybe it helps. And at that time, I was planning for a trip to Australia. In fact, I stayed there for about a year there. So I say no harm trying. So for the one whole year, 2022, I was just using the product and didn't expect much. But somehow, after I think about 5-6 months, then I begin to find that my hearing aid is a bit irritating. You know, when I watch TV, I used to up the volume to a level where a lot of people always complain, hey, why do you turn on the TV such a high volume? It's very irritating. I say, well, if you want to watch TV, you must have the sound system and loud enough. But after 6 months of using the patch, I find that, hey, it's true, you know, it's quite noisy, you know. So I begin to find that my hearing aid is giving me more issue. And the first thing that I did when I came back to Malaysia, I actually went back to my audiologist and told her to recalibrate my hearing aids. And for the past 20 over years, she always say, yes, I know, I'm going to increase the calibration, increase the volume as usual. I say, no, this time, please bring it down for me. Then she said, what happened? I said, well, I've been using LifeWave patches, and in fact, I show her. Then she said, does it work? I said, never mind, just do it for me, bring it down for me. But even after recalibration, and I've been using one pair, and I find that it's still not comfortable. So eventually, I decided to remove one. And from that day onwards, I am only using one hearing aid, which is on my left. And in fact, a few times when I went out to meet people in the morning, and I forgot to put on the hearing aids. So what happened is when I came back, I said, hey, my hearing aids is here. I didn't wear a hearing aids today. So this can only show one thing, that I am able to function normally even without the hearing aids. All right, so that is my the greatest improvement. And the other thing is that I have benefited from these LifeWave patches is obviously is I sleep better, I have more energy. In fact, maybe I share one of my training, Alfred.
Yeah, please.
Okay, you're all on now. I have do a recording of myself training on a cross trainer. In fact, my wife actually said, "Hey, why don't you record your activity so that people can see?" You know, these are the improvement. Can you hold on? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
47. 148. 49. 150. But still going up. But even at 150 beats per minute, you see I'm not acting very bad. I'm able to breathe actually quite comfortably and able to speak. Come show the speak here. Here. $156. Okay. This is the effect of LifeWave patches. Thank you. Hello. Okay, that was me training on my cross trainer. I do it almost every morning, and the 156 is actually my heartbeat. So I'm already 65 years old. Okay, so heartbeat beating at that rate and able to talk. I think LifeWave definitely has a role in it. I think even 5 years ago, before I was on LifeWave patches, I don't think I'm able to talk, you know, if my heart rate goes up so high. So this is one of my personal improvement with LifeWave. Okay, I think that is all about my sharing.
Okay, thank you so much for your amazing sharing, yeah, Samson. Okay, before I let you go, okay, we have a few questions because we want to learn from you. All right. You have shared with us how you discovered the product, and we just want to know, what do you think of LifeWave products?
It is such unbelievable technology. In fact, out of 10 persons I talk to, I share, okay, 10 will have this look when I say this is a patch that can actually improve our health. Because you see, I now understand why. Most of us has been taught or has been educated that in order to improve our health, we must eat. Something must go inside our gut. That is what we were taught of. So now if we are talking about our new technology, which we haven't unheard of, and it helps people, it's not easy for them to accept. But one thing I like about this technology is once you are able to relieve their suffering, their pain, the smile that I put on their face is very satisfying. Money cannot buy.
Okay. So the next question to you is, why do you trust LifeWave product that much?
Initially, like I say, I was very skeptical, but I did a lot of, ever since I got the improvement, I did a lot of read up. I listened, I learned a lot from David Smith. And I think this company is because of David Smith. He is such a wonderful person, and he gave me a sense of of, this guy is different. And all the things that he did, he substantiated with clinical studies. And if you can show me clinical studies, I'm very happy. Of course, I will still look and dig. In fact, initially, I dig about the negative news about LifeWave. I couldn't find any. I found one. But that negative comment is not credible.
I see. Okay, so what would make you stop using our LifeWave product? Why or why not?
Nothing will stop me using this product. Why should I want to stop using this product? You see, I'm gaining better health, okay? And when I share this technology with people, I'm making people happier. And in return, my bank account is also healthier. So why should I stop? No reason.
Okay, 2 more questions for you, Samson. 2 more questions. Then we will answer as a collective group questions that were posted in the chat room. 2 more questions for you. What obstacles, if you have any, did you encounter in learning how to use our product?
Oh, yes.
Have any obstacles learning how to use our product?
Yeah, the initial period is like when I was first using the product, I only used X39, glutathione, and Eon, these 3. And I have no question asked. I just use. But when I start looking into the business, when I start talking to people, I have been asked how to use, what protocol to use for this problem, that problem, and that problem. And that initially was my biggest headache, because I'm not an acupuncturist and I don't know the acupuncture point. But luckily, I have learned a few information, very important information from David Smith, because David Smith has mentioned all the patches works systematically. That means that it will work no matter where we patch in the body. So from that day onward, I experiment myself. I don't follow the protocol. So if I find that I have a pain here, I will just put Eon, or I put X39, or put glutathione. And true enough, it works. So now if people ask me, what are the special protocol? I say, no special protocol. In fact, for my hearing improvement, has no special protocol, just normal according to the leaflet. Patching at the back, below the belly button, and then here for the glutathione, that's it. So now, no issue.
That means you are trying to tell us it's keep it simple, X39 and Aeon.
Yes, right? Keep it simple and patch wherever you want it, you patch. It works.
Okay, so my last question for you, Samson, before we answer all the questions, I think we have quite a few questions in the chat room. How would you describe our product to someone who hasn't heard of it?
Oh, okay. Drink coffee, tell story.
Okay.
We have to break the ice and start talking to them about cock and bull stories. And then from there, listen to their problems. And because we cannot just say, hey, Alfred, I have something very interesting which I like to share. You will run away. Yeah, just sit down and then have a chat and then talk about daily life. And then usually people will talk about their family, they talk about their suffering, they talk about their finances. So whenever there's an opportunity arise, then I will just open up and say that, hey, if you're having this problem, have you heard of stem cell activation? a lot of people heard of stem cell therapy. And also a lot of people also exposed to so-called stem cell where you can eat. And this is where I am very happy to share the real thing, because stem cell therapy is only injection. Whatever market products that claim that their stem cell can be eaten, that is not stem cell. To me, those are nutritional items which upon consumption produce a very similar effect to stem cell activities, but definitely it's not stem cell therapy.
I see. Okay. So thank you so much for your amazing sharing, Samson. Thank you for being
Most welcome, Alfred.
Yeah, okay. We shall answer the myriad of questions that is posed to us. Okay, the first question is from Pua. Hi, I got one friend going to carry heart artery bypass next week. Can he patch these few days before the procedure? And what patches should he patch? Okay, maybe Samson, would you like to take this?
Okay, if he is about to undergo open heart surgery, so I believe the doctors would have prepped him up and tell him what to do in preparation for the operation. So for as far as LifeWave patches is concerned, you can always use X39. I would say use X39 and then maybe energy enhancer. The reason is because, you see, when a person is about to be operated, once he's been operated, he will be exposed to tremendous stress on his body. So when you prep the person with X39, probably add on the Aeon, this will actually prepare the body for that traumatic surgery.
I see.
I would like to make a disclaimer. This is based on my understanding on LifeWave technology. I may not be correct.
Okay, we have gotten the disclaimer out of the way, yeah. So before we carry on any further, let me replay the disclaimer again. LifeWave products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, yeah. Always consult with a physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new treatment, product use, diet, or fitness program. We are here to share our experience. Yeah. So, second question. Now, is there any patch to help reduce EMF and 5G? So, would Patricia want to take this?
Usually I prefer to use for myself, not the handphone, because glutathione will be very good. But if you want to put a second hand, that means after using the patch, then you put on the handphone, I think it will be great. That's the easiest actually.
Okay, thank you. For me, to reduce EMF and 5G, I would definitely use Aeon. What about you, Samson? Do you agree? It is Aeon, right?
Okay, there is a study done by LifeWave, Dr. David Smith. He actually used X39 and X49. So the reason he explained was this particular person who was suffering from these EMS sensitivities. If you know what is EMS sensitivity, I mean this guy is extra sensitive to all these electronic magnetic field. So upon patching X39 and X49, this person's condition improved tremendously. So what David Smith has explained is basically because it could be hypothesis, he says. Because the X39 elevate the GHK-Cu copper peptide, and also X49 elevate the AHK-Cu copper peptide. So copper is being used when they produce a Faraday cage. A Faraday cage is actually a mesh made out of copper. All right, when they want to protect any particular items, they put this thing inside this Faraday cage, which is made out of copper, so they can actually prevent the penetration of these EMF. So by elevating our copper peptide level in our body with X39, X49, it really helps the patient.
Yes. So the question is also, can I use a disc that reduces the effect of 5G pasted on the back of a mobile phone? Yes, I will answer this. Yes, you can. You can just paste it on the back of your mobile phone. Okay, my goodness, I have a next question here. Alfred Lee, how young are you? Alamak. Okay, this is to answer Jordan. I am basically 53 years old this year. Okay? Anyone has testimony for vertigo treatment? Vertigo treatment. Okay, can we call on a brand partner by the name of Mr. Lingam to share on his experience on vertigo? Mr. Lingam?
Hi. Good evening. I haven't got any experience specifically on vertigo, but I was having postural hypotension, which actually destabilizes you. And, that was, to be straightforward, it got settled in 3 days because I had a problem lowering my head, and there was no problem after 3 days. So I suppose that's as far as my experience in terms of hypotension is concerned, but not specifically vertigo.
Okay, so Mitch, that person that you can refer to is, of course, your direct sponsor who brought you into this LifeWave community. Or if you would like to try, you can also use Aeon and X39, and probably you can add on energy enhancer. Okay, so Mitch, I hope I've answered your question. So for pelvic cancer, what can the patient patch? She already did chemo and now will be doing radiation. When and what can she patch? Okay, this is from Anne. Now, maybe I take this question because recently I have been helping 3 of my friends who are suffering from cancer. Okay, very simple. What can the patient patch? The patient can patch X39 and Aeon, basically, because as explained by Samson just now, the X39 will activate our body's production of a human tripeptide called GHK copper. And GHK copper has anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer activities. Okay, so having said that, it will actually help our bone marrow to produce new stem cells or new cells. Okay, and for the cancer cells, they will be suppressing the cancer cells. All right, and basically, the use of Aeon will be in the evening when our body is not inflamed. your stem cells will work better in the body. So basically, she has already done chemo. My friend has got an cancer situation called AML leukemia. This affects men between 40 to 60 years old and is very, very aggressive. All right. So what he did was, after his first cycle of chemo, he was supposed to do 4 cycles of chemo. After the first cycle of chemo, he started patching the X39 daytime and Aeon in the evening. And he suffered, in short, he suffered no chemo, no chemo, what is that word? Symptoms. Yes, side effects, correct. No chemo side effects, like he did not have vomiting, he did not have bone pain, nothing. He had his, what you call this? He had his appetite still very strong. And instead of losing weight, he gained weight. He gained weight back. After the first cycle, he was down to about 60 plus kilo from 80 plus kilo. So there was a double-digit loss in weight. But before his second cycle, when he started patching the X39, it went up again. And during his second and third cycle, he grew hair instead of losing hair. Normal for cancer patient to lose hair. Instead of losing hair, he regrew hair. All right. And he put on weight. He did not vomit. His red blood count was very, very stable between 9 to 11, which is not normal for a chemo patient. So yes, they can patch all the way throughout the X39 in the daytime and Aeon in the nighttime. Okay, and I hope I answered your question. Okay.
Maybe you could also add glutathione, because glutathione actually helps to repair the DNA.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So next question, Ken Wong. They take in stem cells in liquid form. Okay, so, well, I am not familiar with stem cells in liquid form. Basically, stem cells, if you ingest stem cells, I'm not sure on the efficacy of the stem cells. But basically, injection, it's the rejection rate is quite high. So that's why until now you do not have any government that is advocating or approve stem cells injection therapy, right? Maybe Samson, you want to add something to this?
Yeah, always remember stem cell can only survive under minus 80 degrees Celsius. So imagine, how are you going to eat or drink the stem cell? Let's say if their technology, I mean this particular technology, is able to keep the stem cell alive, when it goes into your gut, you know our stomach pH is less than 3. It will kill all the stem cell before it can even be absorbed. And definitely, like I said earlier, stem cell therapy is only in the industries before X39, all right, is injectable, or you do transplantation. That means you transplant your bone marrow from one donor to a recipient. And definitely eating is not stem cell.
Okay. I hope that answers your question, yeah, Ken Wong? Okay, next question. I would direct this question to our Super Wednesday team, the pharmacist in our team, Mr. Chen Hua. So I don't know what's the name, but here it says loading. I don't know what this gentleman or this lady's name. What, where, and when to patch for red skin syndrome, RSS, eczema, due to topical steroid withdrawal, TSA. So I think the best person who has dealt with topical steroids before is a pharmacist. Take it away, Mr. Chinhua.
Okay, loading. All right, I don't know your real name, but it says loading there. So, okay, if you understand or was actually advised properly, topical steroids are not supposed to be used for more than 7 days consecutively. Now, if you continue to use it, it becomes we become dependent on it. Yes, the effect is very fast. Your eczema may reduce, but the rebound effect is going to be worse. And a lot of times you need to put on more combination of steroids, cream, or you're required to go for a steroid injection. Okay, so this is all due to internal body inflammation. Now, when we look at all these creams, antibiotic creams, steroid creams, it works temporarily. But what we really need to do is for us to create an environment for our body to heal itself faster naturally. And what you can actually do is to use the X39 in the morning to rejuvenate the stem cells, all right, in your body, and Aeon at night to reduce the overall inflammation in your body. Okay, so give it a go for a minimum of 3 months and see how you feel. Okay, so there's one more patch that is very good for skin conditions, which is glutathione. You can use that in the morning together with the X39 and Aeon at night. Okay, I hope that answers your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Jinhua. All right, next is by Chun Cho Kian. Yeah, my friend suffered from 2 mild strokes previously. What is the recommended patches to use? And currently she is normal. Okay, maybe I can take this, Chun Cho Kian, yeah. Stroke, basically you can actually use X39 and Aeon. Aeon will bring down the inflammation, and X39 will actually have regeneration capabilities for your body. And maybe after 3 months, depending on how your friend responds to the Aeon and X39, you can then add on carnosine. Okay, Chun Cho Kian? Now, the next is from Wendy. I think this one is about ears. So I'm going to let Samson handle this. How about ringing in the ears? I think this is tinnitus. Samson, would you like to take this?
Yeah, as usual, ringing in the ears, if I remember correctly, is something to do with some brain activities that actually affects the hearing of a person. So if anything that do with brain, you can actually use X39. Okay, you can use carnosine, and also, if possible, use X49. So,
Okay.
but this ringing in the ear, I think it will take a long time, just like my hearing problem. It takes a long time before you actually see any or feel any visible improvement. So probably when you feel the improvement will be like ringing instead of constantly, probably it will be like the ringing is less intense, and there will be an interval where you don't actually experience it. But when you start thinking about it, then the ringing come back, So just basic.
Okay, thank you, Samson. I think the next question from Chiu Pek Yi is also about tinnitus. Any remedy to help tinnitus? What and how to patch? Pek Yi, I think Samson has answered this. You can try X39 and probably also carnosine. All right. Any psoriasis testimony from Karen Yo? Okay, any testimonies, you can get back to the person who brought you in so that they can share the testimonies to you. Yeah, everyone? Karen? Now, Chung Cho Kian, earlier question on my friend's 2 milestrokes episode, she said she has to go for acupuncture 2 times per week to relieve numbness on her hands. Yes, and Chung Cho Kian, you try to patch like what we have advised you just now. Yeah. So Shahida has a question. My mom was diagnosed to have growth in her colon. What should I patch? Okay, Jinhua, you want to handle this?
Okay, Shahida, first of all, what kind of growth is it? Okay, so we need to know. And does it require any surgery, or what is the current situation? So in any circumstances, a growth is due to inflammation, right? Abnormal cells. So what you can actually do now, before the next doctor checkup, is to use X39 in the morning and Aeon at night. Okay, so that you bring down the inflammation faster.
Okay, thank you, Jinhua. Okay, Jeevan Raj. Okay, what can we use for both kidney failure? Okay, maybe I can answer this, yeah? Okay, for liver function, you can obviously try X39. Okay, and to bring down inflammation, you can also try Aeon in the evening, X39 in the morning, Aeon in the evening. And if it is renal failure, you can add on glutathione and carnosine, basically. Okay, but for the first 2 to 3 months, start off basic X39 and Aeon first, Jeevan Raj, before moving on to any other patches. That is my sincere advice to you. All right. So, Hello has a question. Dysautonomia. May I know what to patch? Panic disorder. Panic disorder. Okay. Samson, you want to take this?
I don't know what is dystonia.
Panic disorder.
Oh, panic disorder is obviously Aeon will do the job.
Yes.
Because Aeon actually, besides being a potent anti-inflammation, it is also acts on the parasympathetic system. Actually, parasympathetic system is basically our fight and flight. When a person is let's say I give you a scenario when a person is faced with imminent danger, he faced a very angry dog, barking at him. So you probably feel his heartbeat is getting fast. That get his body ready to either fight or run away. And that one is because of the activation of his sympathetic system. So what Aeon does is actually calms down the sympathetic system. In other words, it acts on the parasympathetic system. That means it makes a person calm down. So for panic disorder, I think X39 and Aeon should be able to help.
Hey, get out. Okay, thank you, Samson. Now, the next one, I think we have Awesome. They ask, I continue to have red itchy rashes on my body. Now it's spread to most parts of upper torso and not just where the patches are placed. Any advice? Okay, for skin allergy, Awesome, I do not know whether you are really called Awesome or not. You can try X39 and Aeon. Yeah, same as usual for the next for the first 2 or 3 months. You start off with Aeon at night and X39 daytime. And depending on how your body responds, you can later on add glutathione. Okay, so macular degeneration, eye. Jinhua, would you?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yes, I have a friend that has macular degeneration.
So basically what happens is that the visual is going to be somehow impaired. So when we try to basically look at it this way, the nerves are affected in a way that the blood circulation is affected. So what we can do here, you can start using X39 in the morning to regulate back the stem cells nerve in your eye, okay, and use Aeon to calm down the degeneration at night. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Jia Jun, I am diagnosed with autoimmune blistering disorder. What patches to use? Samson, would you be so kind to take this?
Autoimmune blistering disorder. Anything to do with autoimmune system, then I think X39 and blistering. X39, because basically X39, if we understand how it works, is elevates our GHK-Cu copper peptide, and GHK-Cu copper peptide, besides activating stem cell, it also have many others. What they call
anti-inflammatory.
It does have many effect on the body, the beneficial effect. So as long as the autoimmune system is concerned, X39 and also maybe the Aeon, because if you have blistering, they will obviously have inflammation.
Okay, thank you. I think we will take 2 more questions before we say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, 2 more questions. Now, the first one is from Hello. High blood pressure during menopause. High blood pressure during menopause. Okay, let me try and answer this, yeah? Not that I experienced menopause before. Now, high blood pressure, mostly you want to try and use X39. You use X39 daytime, Aeon nighttime. What you can do is at the bottom of your feet, you add energy enhancer. Okay? You add energy enhancer. So, hello, I hope we have answered your question. The next question is from Chiu SL. Is it beneficial for stem cell transplant patient? Is it beneficial for stem cell transplant patient brain tumor? I do not understand your question, Chiu. Okay, I think we move to the last one from Karin Yo. For severe plaque psoriasis, what patches to use? Basically, it's psoriasis lah. Samson, you want to take this?
Okay, psoriasis, I believe, is also a problem with the autoimmune system. So same thing, X39, Aeon, and I think glutathione also helps you to enhance the immune system. So these 3, X39, Aeon, and glutathione should be able to help. But again, because if we are dealing with autoimmune system, it really takes your body to recover, to regenerate, or to heal biologically. So it takes time. A lot of people, I come across a lot of people would be like, when they patch it, they expect this to work immediately. I always tell them that the LifeWave technology is only a tool that actually helps the body to function normally. So you have to give your body a chance to function normally, and that takes time.
Right. Okay, so thank you so much for all your questions, everybody. So if you have any further questions, please refer it back to the person who brought you into LifeWave or brought you into this Zoom call. So before we say goodbye, I would like to share this with you. Okay, basically, we have a showroom in Oakland Road. Okay, and in Oakland Road, we have daily, okay, presentations pertaining to products, pertaining to how the technology works. Okay, and every day we will come on live at 2 p.m. Monday to Sunday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday are all in English, and the rest of the days are all in Mandarin. Do drop by if you want to understand a little bit more about the technology and the product. Yeah. So we have come to an end to Super Wednesday. All right. Before we say goodbye, we need to remind you, everyone here, you deserve to be successful. All right. And to express all of your hidden talent. All of us on Super Wednesday, we believe in you. Now think about this. Helping people grow and achieve their dreams is the fastest route to success. And I always believe to succeed in business and also in life, we have to go the extra mile in helping people solve their problems. Agree? So for all of you who join us tonight on Super Wednesday, thank you for giving yourself the opportunity to understand more about LifeWave. This sharing couldn't be possible without all of you. I want to say a massive thank you to all our sharers tonight. Patricia Yap, Mr. Wong, and of course, Samson Lee, okay? And also the Super Wednesday team who has helped Mr. Lingam, Chin Hua, in answering questions, all right? Thank you for your amazing sharing, everyone. For everyone else, thank you for having us, and thank you so much for joining us again today. We enjoyed each and every second we had together with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Super Wednesday has come to an end. Have an amazing weekend. We will see you again in the same time, same day next week. Good night. This is Alfred, and Super Wednesday is signing off with our guests, Patricia Yap, Wong, Samson Lee, signing off this edition of Super Wednesday. Bye-bye, everyone.